Hello and welcome to Here Be Dragons. My name is Philip and I am the Dragon Master. And here, surrounding me, be dragons. Roar hello, dragons.
Roar!
Roar!
I nailed it. I nailed it today. That is the best that anyone's ever done.
Should
Welcome
we stop
to the show,
now?
everybody. Yep, it's never gonna be better than that.
Thank you for watching Here Be Dragons, everyone.
Apex of me life. Yes, we are an actual play stream where the whole party is a bunch of dragons. We are using the Dragonflight rules from 2C Gaming, which finally just released their community draft, so we have a little more context to how this stuff works. We have some wonderful dragon characters here, and we're going to get into the horrible, horrible things that are about to befall them. But before we do, I want to say a couple thank yous to some people from the past kind of several days since our last stream. I want to say thanks to RF Chaos for raiding us the other night. So kind of you to do that. I want to say thanks to for subscriptions from Apostrophe This, Six Gun Rebel, Zane Swords. Guys, Zane Swords is Instagram's #1 best sword-based Instagram account. So I strongly recommend everybody check out Zane Swords. Okay. And then we also have, I also want to give some thanks to Minnesota Twins and ZM345 and Six Gun Rebel for gifting subs as well. So thank you to all of those wonderful people for supporting the channel. If you like what we do here, please follow or subscribe. And also go to our About page and follow and subscribe to the many wonderful players on this channel who do great things on Twitch and beyond. Whew. All right. Enough of all that. Let's talk about this show. In our last session, our dragons, who fled from their world, a primarily draconic one, when a bunch of bipeds attacked out of nowhere, for no reason, unprovoked. Our dragons have been fleeing from them under the tutelage of Legok, an orc, former dragon sworn to their now deceased, very brief time professor, Garethwar. In order to acquire a horde to gain their own, grow their power and wealth, so that they can both survive and hopefully save their kingdom, which is what Legok thinks she has some special information, some special techniques, which he has begun presenting them with. Our dragons have fled, very interestingly, into the Feywild, to the fairy lands. They have gotten into all sorts of interesting kind of entanglements with the various Fae who live there, including with one Archfey who is their patron, Archie, creatively named, and also with another Archfey named Bill Bluster, who has basically kind of made an accord with them that if they complete a certain task, he will give them an artifact of incredible power, one that they can use to grow their own power, or if they can't acquire it from him, he might give it to people who would use it to further destroy dragonkind. Their mission is to kill Bill Bluster's mother, the Tempest Mother Isora, on the elemental plane of air. To get there, our dragons need someone to cast plane shift for them. So in order to find such a person, they are trying to, it's a lot of, then I do this thing to do this thing, so this person does blah, blah, blah. They have ventured to the Shadow World hoping to find a present that will satisfy another Archfey named Kog'Maw, who maybe would have a warlock who could cast this spell. However, amidst their various adventures and travels, our dragons have acquired a book. I am not talking about a tome of leadership and influence. No, I am talking about the Tome of the Phoenix, a legendary item incredibly valuable that they took from the horde of a dead, sleeping dragon, one who chose grace, the Moonstone Dragon Hecatoline. Since acquiring this book from they actually conscripted some hags to do it. It was a whole thing. But upon acquiring this book, they've been beset by dark shadows, things watching them. Here in the shadow world, they were given the opportunity to set a trap for this thing that may come for them. That is what they tried to do, but apparently, based on a high roll from me, this thing was a bit too clever to fall into the trap as staged. The dragons broke away from the area where the shadow elves had brought them, that they might be able to kind of use wells and reservoirs of shadow energy to trap this shadowy thing that comes after them. And instead, they took off after XigXag, who'd been charmed somehow, led away. So, as our dragons have gotten to XigXag and shaken her free, despite the warning of the shadow elves that leaving the sort of area of the Dolorous Fields where they were might be a bit dangerous, our dragons are now in the sky. XigXag has a sudden feeling of a presence growing nearer thanks to her enhanced senses, and that is when from above, the dragons look up to see a massive gargantuan, shadowy, draconic form which opens its jaws and before they can scatter, unleashes necrotic hell upon them.
Oh, right.
So, first up, my dear dragon friends, you're all in the sky. I need you all to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, God.
Shishu, Lagok is currently on your back.
Oh.
Come on.
11.
11.
Oh, that's right.
All right.
Hold
This
on.
is also 11.
Okay.
What?
So I have
I just want to point out, I have proficiency in all my saving throws.
Okay.
14.
This is
14!
This is the best day of my life.
19.
19, Shishu.
That's not a good tone of voice.
XigXag, what do we got?
8.
8?
Oh, no.
I rolled a 5.
And then I will roll here for old Lagok. I'll let her roll separately. Ooh, Lagok is on a 20, but it's cocked. I gotta re-roll it. Oh, Lagok is an 18. I am so sad. The DC, I mean, actually not sad. I could not be happier. The DC is 20. So, you have all failed. Shishu and Lagok almost made it out of the way, but unfortunately it comes. And this is when I get to roll a bunch of dice. I should have had these ready to go. What am I doing?
Shame.
Yep. It's like I'm not even thinking. And then we'll do YouTube.
Well, good night, folks.
Ooh, okay. Well, okay. I think I'm rolling a little bit below average here.
Hey, is this how big is this? How big is this this form that's attacking us?
This form is gargantuan in size. Now, I need you to look at the wording of the feature you're talking about. Is it when they make an attack against you?
Whenever you take damage from an attack made by a
That
creature larger than you.
is a lot better than what rogues get. So, congratulations. Yes, you can.
I get to. I'm small but fierce, guys. I can use my reaction to take after
You
damage.
know
Is it an
that.
attack, though? Is it an attack?
It is not an attack. This is a breath weapon, as you have all been hit with necrotic energy.
Is that not an attack?
It's not an attack, but wait, does it say attack or damage?
When you take damage from an attack
Oh, then
made
from
by
an
a creature
attack,
larger
sorry.
than
Yes, sorry, yes. And this does not count, no. I was thinking that you were, because
Not an
rogues,
attack.
that's what
Ha
rogues
is,
have.
Ha is not an attack.
What's that?
Ha, it is not an attack.
you. It's not an attack. It doesn't say attack action, just an attack.
It's the breath. It's called the breath weapon. It's not called a breath attack. I'm 100% sure about this. The attack action is a very specific action.
It doesn't
There-
say attack action, just says attack.
I understand, but
Like-
one, this is third-party content, and two, they're just giving you what rogues get, and rogues guarantee it is only that. Rogues also get something called evasion. Do you have evasion?
No.
Okay, cool. Then
I mean,
you'll-
I do. Just part of my kit, but
Yeah.
not from this ability.
Then, friends, the good news for all of you.
I mean, I
is
don't
that-
actually. No, I don't get evasion. Yeah.
Yeah, I did roll under average.
Ugh.
So rather than 55 points of damage, you all take 53.
Oh, thank you.
53
That
points
basically
of
helps.
damage.
Well,
3?
almost.
Do we know who this is?
This
Third.
is this shadowy thing that has been stalking you because you stole something. And it is coming for this book. And as you take this massive, just unloading of necrotic stuff, and you
my
hear this
God.
dark, just unliving laughter above you,
Lord Buka, it's your fault.
I do need everyone to roll initiative.
And you're welcome. We're big enough to take this now. So, you know.
Well, you're going to be bummed that I'm going to be last in the initiative.
Can I roll really high on this for this creature? I would love to. What do we got? Is it a 1?
It's no one. It's no one.
I also will point out to all of you fine dragon friends,
Oh, it is time for us to pick.
you can select as you roll initiative. You can select. I think you said you were going to be doing the. You said brilliant
Inspired
strat-
spirits.
Inspired
Inspired
spirits. Yes.
spirits.
So
Inspired
once
Yeah,
per
inspired
round,
spirits.
you guys can give yourself advantage on something, but you have to declare it before making any roll.
Mhm.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, what kind of? Okay, so I shall. I'll go in order. Is anybody 20 or higher?
This is a great start to our first combat, guys.
Gonna be dead.
That's great.
Don't write anything.
Is anybody? Oh, and I have to roll for Lagok. Whoops. Oh, I'll get that later. Is anyone over 15 or higher?
17.
God.
Elon is 17. I was about to say this is an amazing day. Okay, Elon is the only one. Lagok is actually right after you with a 16. Okay. Is anybody 10 or higher?
13.
13.
Oh,
4.
We know that's a thing about
No.
Lon. He's an early adopter,
Lord,
so he's usually the first one out of the gate.
that makes sense. Okay, XigXag, what do you have?
3.
3?
I did roll a 1.
Oh no. All right.
Oh no, actually it's 4.
4. I
because
was
my
about to say, I
dexterity
would
is
figure
higher
your
now.
dexterity would be slightly higher than that. And Shishu, what did we roll?
7.
7.
7.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I am also a 4, but you can put me after XigXag because I have a flat dexterity.
All right, Tangart. Oh, my
Totally fair.
friends.
Oh, well, since we're not really in the middle of anything. Hey, Raiders! Since you're just
Hey.
calculating initiative at the moment, welcome in. We're about to start a battle with some
Aye.
sort of giant shadow entity, and we are dragons, and it looks like we might die like from the get-go. So, thanks for coming to witness our deaths.
Yeah, this will be fun. So friends and neighbors.
I mean, at least we're not alone, guys.
Initiative count.
That's true.
All
Was
right.
witness to the murder.
Actually, I guess I should roll that.
Record the names. Get vengeance on my dead body. Please.
Revenge me.
Yeah.
To one dragon master, Philip
So
Schaefer.
basically we lost 40% of our health already.
I mean, well, it's only 40. That's good. Elon, my dear friend, you are up. You will be taking an action before anyone else this turn. What would you like to do?
I will. How far away is this entity?
This entity, and kind of, I'm having initiative happen like right when it breathed on you all. It is about, it did it kind of all, it didn't do it at full maximum range, but it did it from a bit of ways. It is 80 feet from you all. That was where it had to be to kind of get you, because I know you guys were sort of moving.
Perfect. I cast slow on it.
Slow. Ooh, very good.
Nice.
let's see.
Very
Slow is a what kind of save?
A wisdom saving throw.
Perfect. Alrighty. Just has a number for these, don't you worry. Does the number start with a 1? It does start with a 1. It has rolled a 15. What is your spell save DC?
16.
Excellent.
That seems
Well,
low, though.
I hate to burn him so early, but thanks to a legendary resistance.
Son of a bitch.
Okay.
Feeling that you're trying to slow it, and in fact, you then hear kind of in your mind, a good gambit.
Ew.
Elon Puteros.
It's not cool.
Dick.
And you see this kind of shadow. As far as you know, it just sloughed the spell off like it was nothing, but maybe deep down you realize that it had to expend something to not take that damage.
3 points as a
Or to take
Do I want to do this? Yeah, I might as well. I mean, that's whatever. I will go. I'm gonna go ahead and use my spell flurry
Oh.
and cast a cantrip. I'll cast Eldritch Blast at it as I summon the fairy energy of Archie.
Perfect, because now you've learned the spell. Thanks.
Oh
to your
wait. Oh yeah, that's good. I should have breathed at it. That was dumb. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and zap at it.
Wonderful.
That's
So you actually
yeah.
make 2 attack rolls. Now, did you take the agonizing blast invocation?
No.
Okay, so it'll
No.
just be if they hit, it's 2d10.
Oh,
each.
and I rolled just horribly.
Okay.
How is it? Oh yeah, I guess it is just proficiency plus.
It'll
Okay.
be proficiency plus
Well.
charisma for you. Yeah.
That's a 10 and a 14.
You watch as one of your blasts goes completely wide. The other, as it sees it coming, the shadow leans into it, like puts its chest right where the blade is coming. As you watch it, just kind of disperse harmlessly. It's just being a dick. Which is wanted you to see how not well you fought. It was, and it kind of just.
Yep.
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and, yeah, I'll go ahead and fly 80 feet back.
80 feet away from it. Perfect.
Correct.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, that is Elon's turn. End of.
Did you just out of curiosity, did you use your inspired spirits at all on either of those rolls?
Oh,
You-
I could have totally done that.
It won't make a
Yeah.
difference, but
or save them for when if it breathes on you again. You know. You only get 1 per round, so
you
you
do
might,
it on.
you
It's
know.
just an attack roll or a check anyway.
Inspired of spirits. I thought you could do a saving
Yeah.
throw. No.
No.
Oh.
I think that was the original version of it.
That makes it significantly less. That attack or check. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that does make it less crazy. Well, we'll see how things go. Golly, my friend here. Very good. Yes, Lagok is going to take a turn. Being within 300 feet of good old Buku, because Buku, I assume you're holding your buddy. What did you name your Quasit again? I know I have it written down.
Frank.
It's something in
God, I
Frank?
forgot.
I
Theodore?
think it was Frank.
No, it's something.
Franklin.
Weird. Franklin.
I think it was Franklin.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
with Franklin, so you holding this. So Lagok, knowing that, Lagok having no sort of magic, Lagok pulls off a long bow from her back, and she is going to plink plink twice at this mighty form above. A miss and a hit. So that will deal a d8. And unfortunately, Lagok does not do her amazing She does not do her. She used to do so much cold damage every time she hit when Guerfar was alive, but now no longer. However, she does a solid 10 points of damage with a longbow as she fires at this shadowy thing. And with that, Lord Buku, it is your turn. This thing is 80 feet over you. Elon has basically has dived from below where you are, so Elon's now 80 feet below. And you did spread out a bit in terms of your clustering, but yes.
All right. Well, with that, I will. This thing's gargantuan, right?
It is gargantuan.
All right, cool. Then I will say, Lord Buku will cry out, for Wyrmloth and for glory. And then he's going to fly 80 feet, trying to get to one edge of him. So if someone decides to breathe, that'll not affect him.
Understood.
And then he's going to bonus action as he's flying up, use his plan of attack.
Okay.
To give himself an extra 2d12.
Ooh,
and then he's
wonderful.
Going to I guess I get 2 attacks now at this level?
I believe you do get 2 attacks at this level. I think you guys did get. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Beginning first level, when you take an attack action, you can make 1 bite or tail and 1 claw.
Yeah, so 1 bite or tail, 1 claw.
Awesome. Then I'm gonna start off with the bite.
All right.
And since it's bigger than me, I have advantage on this attack.
So you do.
Small but fierce, my friends.
Pretty amazing.
It's an 11. I rolled an 11. I rolled a 2 and a 3. Rolled a 2 and a 3.
Interestingly, as you've come up against it, you open your jaws and clench them, and it passes through the creature. The shadow is a little thicker, but this thing is so immaterial that's probably why it's so hard to hit. It is shadow. And
cool.
Your mouth tastes of shadow, and this thing just kind of laughs at your presence.
You shadow breath.
I get another attack as I swipe at it with my claw.
Imagine.
Perfect.
Sleek.
That's a 24 to hit.
That hits.
All right. Now, D12. Where is that voice? Come here, you. All right, so 2d6, 2d12. 15, 19, 23, plus 5, 28 points of damage.
Wow.
The creature, the head sort of swivels to you very sharply upon seeing that you've done that damage like that. It seems surprised that your jaws harmed it that way.
I turn to my compatriots. I say, "Fear not, fellows. Follow me. Victory is at hand."
This shadow, I'm going to let it make a free Arcana check.
Buku just has
as its
Buku
eyes
ball.
sweep over you.
Oh God.
Not liking that look.
Its
Nope.
eyes sweep across you. And for the second time, once I rolled before the game where I failed by 1, and now I fail by more, it just doesn't realize what you're holding. Because without that in hand, you guys are dead. With that object, which, if it had any sense, it would rip away from you and throw into the stratosphere.
Just some weird flag. What could that be? Like,
But instead, it is simply a quasit in a cage. Never heard of that. And
It's just
instead of
Franklin.
trying to rip that away from you, this singularly focused shadow is going to use a legendary action to move its speed without provoking opportunity attack as it dives to where Elon was, and then uses its movement on its turn, as its turn begins, to dive straight for Elon Buteros. Its massive jaws opening up, its claws reaching for you, Elon, and its claws then grabbing at you, raking towards you, and wrapping around the tome of the phoenix. Elon, I need you to make an athletics check or an acrobatics check, and you can use your You can't actually use your contested. You could use your inspiration on this because it is a check. But basically, this thing is trying to get the book.
You had better get roll 40.
Oh, also, I am going to roll a d. Oh, actually, Pierce, could you just roll me a d6 real quick?
Sure.
Roll
Philip.
high. That'll be a cool time for you to do
3.
it. Damn it to hell. All right. Why'd I ever let him do it?
Because I would always roll what is bad for me.
Yeah, but this time.
90% of the time.
All right. It is going to try to. So rather than making its first attack, it is simply trying to take the book from you. Okay.
That's a 22.
22, you say? It rolled a 21.
No!
It tries to do that. It's like this giant dragon, and you're now a large dragon, so it's not a ridiculous sort of mismatch. But as it tries to pull you, it is then going to make, as its second attack, it opens its massive jaws and just tries to close them around your neck to just damage you. Ooh, it was a 20. It was a 20, and then it rolled. I believe it will still hit, however, being a plus 12, being a 20.
Shield.
You cast shield upon yourself. All right. As its jaws are unable to penetrate you as you've shielded. It will now use its third attack with its claws to once again try to rip the book from you. So another contested athletics or acrobatics.
The little squirt falls down.
Oof.
You can use your inspiration on this.
He
it's
used
a
it on
check.
the first one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What do you
Not
got this
paying
time?
attention.
This thing rolls a 17 to try to pull this away from you.
Oh, it's trying to pull it away?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Trying to pull it away once again.
Oh, no, that doesn't do it. It takes that.
And with that, you see the massive claws rip this book away. Unfortunately for this creature, that is the end of its turn. It has used its movement to get to Elon. And as it takes it, it says, "You're almost impressive, Elon Buteros. But you've broken the rules. You all have." It now holds the book. Shishu, it is your turn. You, Elon is about 60, 70 feet below you.
And how far am I away from this thing?
This thing is on Elon. It is just taken this book from Elon right now.
Okay, so trying to sort out this character sheet out of game question.
Yes.
Do I have proficiency in medium armor?
You do not. You have to get that through one of the feats. Like dragon armor is like a special whole thing.
Okay.
Did we decide which feat you took? Did we do that 2 weeks ago, or was that only last week?
Yeah, I think
you have the chameleon skins.
Yeah, you've chameleonaire.
chameleon. I'm a chameleonaire.
Oh.
Why did that not take?
All right. So so you do not have the armor proficiency. You simply have the current standard.
Okay, so it wouldn't make sense for me to use Bronze Horn of Valhalla because if I don't have proficiency, then they'll attack me.
I am so sorry. I did actually say I did say that I will let you, because you're a dragon. Yes, you'll get the normal. That will work as if you had that proficiency. I'm so sorry. In my back of my mind, I was like, oh, is this for a reason?
Yeah. I'd like to use the Bronze Horn of Valhalla and send my warrior berserkers towards the shadow.
All right.
Except for obviously it's not going to work by the look on your face.
Shishu, I'm going to say that Shishu, just roll a flat intelligence roll before you do this.
I know it's gargantuan though. It's a big target to hit on the way down.
Yeah, for sure.
Right,
Shishu, they can't fly.
What did you roll?
19.
19. As you lift it to your lips, you have this moment of, oh, but can they fly?
Shit.
But part of you is like, I mean, but if I blow it right over it,
figured
maybe
because they were
fall
spirits,
on it.
they would float. That's
You're-
okay. Shishu just had her lips done, and she doesn't want to do this.
Understood. I will say out of game, with a 19, Shishu has the understanding that they probably can't fly, but I mean, they can fall. Some of them can probably grab onto stuff.
We'll skip it.
Okay.
That's
I was
pretty
thinking
great.
spirits that
Let's
they
see.
would float.
I would.
and
They
fly.
are.
Creatures,
Well, actually, let me
humongous.
read
They
about.
could
Hold
just
on.
land on top of him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They'll-
paratrooping berserking group. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, just paratroop on
I
top of him
just
and
feel
start
like
but hitting.
What do you care? What do you care about these bipeds?
They are warrior spirits. They use the statistics of the berserker. They don't have a fly speed. However, hold on. I'm gonna look at a berserker. I'm gonna look at something on a berserker.
They're spirits though. They're not actual people. So
Yeah.
they're already dead.
But
And
I'll
this
phrase it like
creature
this:
is
the
gargantuan. There's
spirits,
enough room on
the
top of
spirits
it.
would love to be summoned for this. They would love to just be in the sky and fall down on a. That sounds fun to them.
Well, I'm gonna yell at my party and say, I'm gonna try something, and if it doesn't work, we should bail.
Not
And then
without
I
the book.
blow the horn of Valhalla where I perceive to be over where the shadow is
Okay.
as my
Now-
action.
Perfect. Okay, Shishu,
amazing.
I need you to roll. This is potentially game-breaking situation. Shishu, I need you to roll 4d4.
Mm-hmm.
You get 4d4 plus 4 of these.
So
Right.
fantastic.
Oh man, 20 berserkers just plummeting at it.
And each one of them
Happy.
is going to attack recklessly.
4d4 plus 4 is 12.
12.
Pretty solid.
Okay. So, I need do you want
Pretty
to
good.
do you want to roll for all 12 of these? Should I have a bunch of d20s handy? How do you want to do
If you have a bunch of d20s, that's great because I only have 2 out.
Understood. Then I am actually going to make a massive roll on behalf of 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Okay.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, here we go. Yeah, we'll do it like that. Okay. So this is you. So basically, Shishu, you blow this horn, and suddenly the rest of you see emerging from the shadows 12 big, strong barbarians. They are of a variety of species. They don't even look like they're necessarily all from the exact same part of Valhalla, but they're all ripped as hell. They're
Yeah.
all holding great axes, and they all sort of like hang in midair like Wile E. Coyote for a second, looking to you, Shishu, for directive of who they're hitting.
Get them.
Okay. They are all going to make, this is a large target. I'm going to say it is a DC 10 in the air acrobatics check for them to just sort of make it on target. $11 fall on the dragon.
No.
One guy rolled a 2. The rest of them.
He's fine. He goes back in the.
Oh, I should also
horn.
roll. I'm going to say eight of them are guys, 4 are women. The one who fell, however, just as a fun you've got it there. I'm going to say this one is going to try to make at disadvantage 1 swipe on the way. Shishu, will you roll that one at? Nope, reckless. This one's going to reckless it. So just roll a flat d20.
4.
4. This one tries to swing as it falls. For glory! So remove.
See, that's
Oh
what
my God.
That's what happens sometimes when you try to stick your hand in the honey pot. You get stung.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The other 11, I'm going to now roll all 11. They have a +5 to hit.
And they do it reckless.
They're all doing it. Shoot. They're all doing it reckless, which means I have to roll all of these at advantage. All right. I'm going to give you the choice of this. Would you rather I roll them all at advantage, or would you rather I give them all a +5 bonus and they all roll with a +10? Given the volume that we're dealing with.
Do that.
Yeah. +10.
Okay.
All right, so I'm rolling 11. They have a +10 to hit.
Come on.
No whammies.
Crit. Hit. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 hits, 1 crit. Unfortunately, the other 4 miss. So.
All right. This is great.
Okay, I'll talk to them in 6 days.
Okay, so that will be so that is 6, so that's 7, that is 7d12 plus 18.
Wow.
Okay. My huge tray of dice is really getting a workout here today. This is delightful. Okay.
That's fantastic.
2, 3.
Amazing.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
I still think we're toast, you guys.
It's all
No, we're
magical
fine.
too.
Quite possible.
Yeah,
We're great.
The problem here is that this is all magical. This is 12. This is. Okay.
The
This
problem for
was a
you or the
standard?
problem for us?
2
Ridiculous.
12s. 2 8s. So that right there is 40. Another 8 is 48. Plus 18 is 66 points of
56.
damage.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they're all on this creature to potentially take another turn whenever your next initiative comes.
So,
66.
but all 11 of them are still on, even though some of them missed.
Now I may allow it using its sort of movement stuff. I might let it try to throw them all off, and they'll have to make rolls. We'll see. But as of now, only one fell, which is insane. But 11,
Excellent job, Shisu.
66.
Way to use your minions appropriately.
Holy mother of mercy! All right.
Okay.
And they are
I-
bipeds.
So, can the chameleon skins be a bonus action in combat? Or does it have
Let's
to be an
look.
action.
I think so. The chameleon skins, they reflect your mood without any action required, if memory serves. But as far as the, yes, as a bonus action, you can make yourself lightly obscured. As an action, you can make yourself invisible.
All right, I'll be lightly obscured.
Okay, so you're now lightly obscured here in this shadowy area. Wonderful. Okay. So Shishu dropped commandos on top of this thing, which were very effective. My god. As a legendary action, it is going to
Go on, I haven't had my turn yet.
I know, it's
Or
a
is it-
legendary action.
Oh, okay.
As a legendary action, it is going to it really was going to try to get away from Elon, that has too many things on it. It is going to try to throw them all off. So I'm going to basically just have this be like a grapple check against these 11 things on its back. It's going to make an athletics roll.
Did you roll a 1? Please, please, please.
So these 11 friends on its back.
Chishu's really sad because they're actually her friends.
Yeah. She's like,
Yeah, but they
that's a
come
follower.
back again when
That's
next
a
time
follower
you
we
roll
just
a
lost.
1, right?
All right.
He
That
doesn't want to
being
lose
said,
one single follower.
the berserkers technically are not proficient in athletics, so they only have +3s on this. Wait, does their reckless give them on that as well? Nope, only attack rolls. All right, whatever.
Oh my god. These are my followers.
One fell off.
We got 10
Wow.
left.
If I had rolled it, there are 2 nat 20s here. If I had rolled this last time with their +10, all but 2 would have hit. This is insane. One guy goes flying off. The rest of them are
10 more berserkers.
10
Don't bring on
barbarians on
bed.
this thing. As this thing tries to throw them off, this shadow. That's unfortunate. The shadow sort of screams and is holding this book. XigXag, it is your turn.
I would like to dive bomb for the book.
You want to dive bomb for the book? Excellent.
And try to kind of
Understood. So
oh
yes,
my way.
so
With
then
advantage.
You grab the book. You're going to use your inspired spirit. So go ahead and make an athletics roll to try to grapple the book away, and this thing will make one in response. That's better.
13.
With a 13, you try to pull the book away, and this thing, like with all these things, it is holding onto it. You try to pull it, it doesn't even notice you as you try to pull on it, XigXag. It resists the pull, but it's not even. It's dealing with the 10 bipeds, hacking into its back like lumberjacks. Their feet sinking into the shadowy form. That's a good point. It is actually a shadowy form. Yeah, I've rolled. It's too many dice to roll. We'll leave it for now. But I'll say that they are now all like knee deep in the actual thing. They're eventually they will fall through after a few rounds. But for right now, they're falling slow and they're just.
It's a real never-ending story kind of thing going on here.
XigXag, that is your first attack. You can bite if you want to as well.
Can I bite?
Yeah, you can just make a bite attack against this thing.
Are you sure that I can do that?
A bite or tail, I think, right? You get multi-attack at level 4. So you can do a.
No, I think you have to take the bite or tail to get the claw.
Oh no! You can do them in an order of your choice. I'm fine with that.
Okay. So if this one didn't count as an attack or
no,
an action?
I'm letting it's like when you have it's like you have extra attack like what a fighter would have. So you used your first one to try to use your claws to grapple. Your second one you can still do a bite or a tail, your choice.
Can I still hang on to the book? Even though I couldn't take it away from him.
You are not hanging on to it in the sense that like if he moves the book, you don't have a grasp on it. You were unable to get your claws on it. Yeah.
Fine, then I'm gonna bite.
All right.
17 to hit.
17 just misses.
Okay.
You feel your claws like almost closing on something where you could like actually do some damage, and sensing you now, finally the shadowy form sort of moves back, and you close only on you were heartbreakingly close, XigXag.
Huh?
You were heartbreakingly close, XigXag.
Do I have any movement left?
You got maybe 10 feet of movement left. This thing is pretty big.
Can I just like move around towards the top of his head or something?
Sure, you can kind of move up and you see all the. You were kind of you were below trying to get the book. You tried to bite at the chest or whatever. Now you're up top where there's all these barbarians just sinking into the quagmire. All right, Tongard.
Well, all right then.
Actually, wait. Legendary action.
Oh my god, how many does he have?
How many is
it? It gets 3.
Wouldn't this be the 4th? Oh no, it's had its turn.
It had its turn. It reset.
Yeah.
It's only taken 1 so far. It's gonna. It has to get these things off of it.
Yeah.
Or it has to hit the. I don't. Oh my god! I'm an idiot. Damn it! It costs 3. Never mind. I should have had it summon shadows to fight the guys on its back. Much better, much more dramatic thing. Yeah, it costs 3. Can't do it. I want to bend the rules so bad right now. I want to just give myself an extra legendary. I want to do it so bad. So it's barbarians fighting shadows that have come out of the shadow dragon. Oh, that's so much better than it throwing them off. Tongard, it's your turn.
Well, right then. First, at the beginning of my turn, I'll regain.
Actually, no. It does use 1 to. It now flies 80 feet away, not provoking op attacks from XigXag or Elon. So it has now moved away from both of you. But it has 10 guys on its back. It is now 80 feet away. So Tongard.
All right. Well, at the start of my turn, I'm going to regain 5 hit points from my monstrous regeneration.
Always a nice thing. You'll be good as new in no time.
And then I'd like to fly down a little bit to try to get within. Is there a way I can get within 60 feet of everyone?
60 feet of everyone. Yes.
Because most people dive down to around like 80 feet away, right?
Lord Buku is 80 feet above you because he went up to where it was. So Lord Buku is not within 60 feet, but you can get within 60 feet of everyone else. From where you are now, you're only within 60 feet of Shishu. The others are. Actually, XigXag, you're within 60 feet of XigXag and Shishu. You could go down a little bit and also get Elon.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'll do. I'll go down a little bit, and then once I'm sort of within range, I'm going to go ahead and cast a Mass Healing Word.
Nice.
And I will sort of call out to the group. I said, thing says we broke rules, but if rules never got broken, we would never achieve any progress. So keep that as a positive, and believe me, we are going to be fine.
Who's that for breaking?
I'm going to put that on when we're done with this, I'm going to put that on a scroll and in like a fancy font and send it to my followers. Thank you.
Warms the heart, Shisha.
Said.
Thank you. And I rolled a 4 on that, so that's 9 points of healing for everyone except Lord Buku. Sorry, pal.
I had a
nice.
picture of a kitten, Shishu.
Hang in there.
And okay, so as my bonus action, I've moved down a bit. I guess I'll use the remainder of my speed to sort of fly after this thing.
Kind of continue on. Are you taking your action?
How close can I get to it?
You can get to it if you dash. It has the most valuable item in your hoard.
Yeah. I'm just.
Yeah.
I'm aware. I'm very aware about what's going on here. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna dash up to it and try to impede it. If I can get around in front of it, so I'm sort of blocking its way.
Okay, we'll sort of say you're sort of getting into its area where it's all right. It sort of snarls as it sees you kind of coming.
Have you considered having a conversation about this? That's all I'll say.
We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
If it's a conversation you want, I can arrange one. I assure you, you won't like it.
That has a bad attitude.
All right.
About that. I like most
Clearly, it's
conversations.
never talked to Tangut Sir before. There's no conversation it
God,
wasn't
these
like.
things on its back is a problem for it.
That would be correct.
It is going to. Jeez, you guys have. This is bad news for this thing. How many hit points? The magical damage is really what's the key here. All right.
How much did we heal? Sorry, I didn't.
9.
9 points.
Oh god. Yeah, it's gonna try to knock him off again. I'm not even. It rolled a 1. It's not. It doesn't matter. All right. Very good.
Sure, you want to use one of those resistances to automatically succeed?
Not on a check.
All right.
Yeah.
They're for saving throws.
Well, no, just talking about we're bending rules.
I didn't bend the rules. I wanted to bend the rules so bad a second ago. I didn't do it. I'm not bending the rules. Okay. Initiative count 19. Nice. Ooh, what will she do? She's gonna let it ride. Cool. Elon, your turn. This thing is now 80 feet away from you. And Tongark is in it. It's next to it, and it's all around the stuff. Yeah.
Is there
people on it in its
somewhere? Yeah. So is there an area? This thing is really big.
Mm-hmm.
Is there an area where I think I could go and my where I feel like a 30-foot cone wouldn't hurt my my sister's helpers on his back?
Ooh. That is doable. I'm actually going to have you make an investigation roll to try to line it up so that you don't inadvertently hit any of them. What's complicating this is that you can see their legs sinking into its back a little bit. So you really have to try to only be hitting the bottom of it.
Okay.
Aim at the head.
Yeah. The head is a problem, though, because
Before I do
Tongark's
that,
on the other side of the head. Yeah. Okay.
Well, you can
Yeah.
hit me. That's fine.
No, I don't want to.
Oh, I'm immune.
Oh, right. Oh, right. Okay. So before I do that, I'm going to just because I feel a real connection with Archie. I feel like I'm going to just go ahead and just focus on Archie, look at this shadow dragon, and just think rheumatoid arthritis. And I'm going to cast Hex on it.
Excellent.
Targeting strength checks.
Oh, very wise. Yes.
Ah.
Very wise indeed. It feels that spell upon it. You actually see its head snap back towards you, and once again it says, "You're too clever by half."
Well, I like to think we use our whole brains.
Oh, I did. I don't know.
Go ahead, Elon. So that is your bonus action.
Okay.
Wonderfully used.
Ooh. It's probably got 3 of them. I'm real dumb. So
I'm real dumb.
In that case, I'm gonna go ahead and cast. I can't do that. Okay, great. I'm just gonna go ahead and breathe fire at it.
So you were gonna do that lineup. So make your investigation check. You're kind of like trying to get to the point. Yeah. Ooh, hex on strength checks. Very wise.
Was it immune to fire or just resistant?
What she told you is it's resistant. What it actually is resistant.
That's 11.
An 11 investigation check. You're probably about to singe a couple berserkers, but it's fine. Not all of them. Go ahead and take your shot.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna go ahead and take a huge breath, and I'm gonna invoke my hold on, let me look up what I'm gonna channel my breath.
All right.
And I'm just gonna start blowing breath at it.
All right.
So I'm just gonna start breathing at it.
Alrighty, you are doing your channel breath. So basically, you are now breathing. You were just absolutely breathing fire for a minute at this thing. Great. So first, it makes a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity.
Okay.
No.
That's better. 21.
Oh yeah, that saves.
And so go ahead and roll your damage up for that breath weapon. And then a couple of your buddies are going to make some just hanging on there. I'm going to say you're going to hit 3 of those dudes.
Okay, so that's
very good. What's your DC's? Your DC's 16?
It's 18, I think. My dragon DC might be 18. Let me see.
Could be 16.
It's probably 6. No, it's 16.
Okay, cool. 2 of them passed though. 2 of your friends passed. 1 did not. 1 was kind of down.
Well, that's great. Because I'm doing 44 points of fire damage.
44 fire damage.
Oh boy.
Whoa.
Wow.
I rolled 3 10s on my 60-10.
All right, so it takes. So one of them takes 44 points. How many do these berserkers even have? Oh, he's still alive. They got 60. God, these guys have 67 hit points each. And you have 12 of them. Jesus fuck. All right, so.
Okay.
Burr. One of them takes 44. The other 2 take 22. He passed and is resistant. He takes 11. But kind of, you sort of like, so some of the shadow sort of is lit inside of him, and he just sort of snarls. You're doing very clever things here. All right. He has no legendary actions. Anything else, Elon? Or you've moved a bit. You probably have 20 feet more that you could get up to him if you wanted to. Or maybe you said probably 30 feet. You were doing a 30-foot, cone at him or whatever.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go up to my man.
You get up in his.
Am I gonna do that? No, I'll stay at 30 feet.
You sort of stay 30 feet, and he just sort of glares at you. All right, Lagok on your back is gonna take 2 more shots with her longbow Shishu.
Lagok's still on my back, right?
Yeah, Lagok's on your back, and she misses the first, rolls a nat 20 on the second. So that for her is 6 plus 7, so basically just a normal shot. Oh no, I'm doing the thing where crits, I should have done that for your guy earlier. I'm doing the thing where crits are the damage, the max damage die plus an extra roll. You don't roll 2. I've seen people do that. I like that thing a lot.
I love that.
So that way a crit always does
love it.
Max damage die plus extra what?
So rather than like usually if you say you crit with like a short sword and you should do a d6. Rather than rolling 2d6, it's now you get 6 automatically and then just roll 1d6. So
that's good. I love it.
Automatically deal
Yeah.
max with 1, so that a crit always does more than a non-crit.
I'm into
I'm implementing that. I like that rule.
It's great.
Great.
Oh, it's so good. Oh my gosh. Oh,
all right.
It's so good.
Except not on us, right? Not on us.
No, on you guys. I'll
Okay.
do that as well. So that's 19. So it does 19 more points to it. Oof, this guy is not looking good. I mean, it's not looking terrible, but it's below half.
That does make the big boss crits way worse.
Yeah, it does. There's actually some debate as to whether or not that should happen when it's like you know, if they're rolling so many dice that can be.
I was gonna say if it's like 6d10.
There's times where the idea is that you're then doubling that. I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Lord Buku, it is your turn.
Excellent. How far away is this thing? I know it flew up to it.
You flew up to it. It flew down. It flew 80. So by the non-Euclidean space of D&D, where the Pythagorean theorem doesn't exist, it technically is somehow about 80 feet from you. It's
still 80 feet from me?
Look. Yeah.
It was 80 feet below you, then it went 80 feet this way. So really, it's more. You know what?
Look,
we'll call it.
We're in the Feywild, man. As I've learned, things are very wonky and timey-wimey here.
Yeah.
Lord Buku is not. Lord Buku is the smartest person on this field. He's already calculated it all for himself, so he understands exactly how it works. Jed, no clue, but yeah. I'm all for it. So he's gonna fly 80 feet. Okay. Try to find an area that is not being affected by the breath of Elon.
Yeah, the continual breath of Elon, because you, unlike Tongart, that is a spicy meatball.
It hurts. It hurts.
It's a spicy Mario. Select
little
your
grilled
player.
dragon. Not interested. So Lord Buku is going to fly down.
Oh boy. Yeah, go ahead.
He's going to fly down. Bonus action, plan of attack again. Find the weak spot and begin to. He's going to try and take a big bite out of this sucker.
All
right. That's going to be a 20 to hit.
That hits.
Yes. Oh, 2d8 with this one. Yes. It's going to be 13 plus 11 is 24 plus 5, 29 points of damage.
Okay.
And then he will attack again, small but fierce.
Do you do the 2d12 on every single attack you do that turn, or just
no,
one?
Just on the first attack. The next attack before the opponent's next turn.
Understood.
Deals an extra 2d12.
God, all right.
And I wouldn't always use it for myself, but
no, in this context makes some sense.
Why not?
Right.
So that's going to be a 22 on that one, or 23 to hit?
22 hits, or 23 hits as well.
And I'm just dropping dice willy-nilly. It's going to be 10 more points of damage.
10 points of damage. Cool. Tight.
And he just says, we should, let's retrieve our spoils of war before they disappear before us. And then we can put this thing where it belongs, back in the shadows it came from.
You notice that with all of this, with fire that it's taken, with the shots from Lagok and your own very considerable, was it a bite that did the most damage there, or the claw that did that? Yeah, you kind of bit it.
Ooh.
And you...
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
When I was coming down, is there a place to be where it's not within its line of sight, like on its back? Or
I'm gonna say you probably bit it in the tail, just based on where you bit it. Like there's a berserker there, like halfway through the tail, and you've bit it. The berserker's like, ah!
Hold the Vasander. Franklin!
And Franklin's like,
yes.
The berserker looks at Franklin and is, all right.
DM, just one quick question
please.
about the legendary resistance.
Yo.
So Hex doesn't actually have a save, I'm realizing.
No, it doesn't.
So I don't know what the. Okay, but he can just shrug it off.
Oh no, he's hexed. You've hexed him.
Oh. Okay.
He would have to dispel it.
He'd have to dispel that spell or something. No, when,
Oh.
The way I just he glared at you when that worked. Yes.
So does he have a disadvantage against
strength checks? Not saving throws, but against strength checks, which is very good. Guys, wow, he is so close to being dead. He is wispy. There's big sort of chunks missing from the shadow. One berserker is now holding on, is inside of him, legs sticking out the bottom, kicking at the flames that are still pouring out of Elon's mouth. This shadow kind of just, I read up on how this works, and I really didn't think that this was going to happen. I thought you would either just kill it or because but given
Wait,
given
are we still in initiative?
We're still initiative. It's his turn.
Okay.
So given that he has only 3 hit points, and it's his turn, and he's holding the book. This shadow is going to say, "You are playing with forces you do not understand. If I cannot return this book to the one it belongs to, none shall claim it." And then the entire shadowy essence of this dragon begins to shrink and diminish and pour itself into the tome of the phoenix. You see the book turning onyx black as it's just absorbing all of his essence. Those of you
Can I
near him,
quick? Can I dive as I see this? Can I dive to catch my berserkers?
I will let you catch berserkers because the berserkers are about to fall. But we'll sort of we'll deal with how many berserkers there are and initiative here on that for a second. But basically, yes. So he as he kind of he pours his entire essence into this as an action. You see the wings kind of folding in on themselves, this kind of like sudden strange thing. The creature lets out this horrifying cry as this happens, and the berserkers go, "Ah! Ah!" They scream in victory as they assume that they've vanquished the thing. The one who was back there with you kind of turns as it begins to fall and just goes, "Ah!" Like, you did it, Lord Buku. You killed it.
Every one of them Terminator thumbs up as they drop to the sky.
Those the 10 remaining who are now falling. But yes, suddenly your Tome of the Phoenix is now wreathed in thick shadow. Shishu, it is your turn. You want to dive and try to catch a...
I immediately power dive to catch my dudes.
You're able to grab one without issue. You can kind of just grab in claws and Lagok's on your back, and you're very strong, so you having a few people won't be a problem. So that one falls. XigXag, it is your turn.
I'm gonna put him on my back with Lagok because we have him for another hour, guys.
Lagok will pull this one on as well. XigXag, what would you like to do? The book is now falling. The 9 remaining berserkers are falling.
What check do I have to make if to see if it would be a smart thing to catch the book? Trying to catch the book.
Oh, I see what you're saying. If it's a smart thing to catch the book, I'll let you make a perception check, and with your enhanced senses and the idea that you're probably flying in that direction, go ahead and make a perception check on it. I cannot believe that happened. Like the amount of hit points it would have left where it would take this action is so the idea that you
27.
27. You have you sense strong necrotic energy coming off of this book. You think that you can grab it. It's going to deal you some damage while you hold it, probably. But you could certainly grab it so it like isn't destroyed. Although it's also magical, so it would probably just land and be fine down below.
Could I still do damage to the dragon itself? Or the whatever shadow thing?
At this point, you do not see the dragon. You do see the shadow upon it. Yes.
Basically,
so you
there's
do not know if you can damage
I can do.
Yes, you do not know if you can. You do not know if you can harm the dragon at present. You don't sense the dragon. You just sense an incredible amount of shadowy necrotic energy.
I'm just gonna go and try to catch some berserkers.
Understood. No rolls are required for you guys to catch berserkers unless you're trying to catch more than one at once. But you get down there and you snatch up another berserker who just like is like, yeah, oh, okay, yeah. They're.
I want them all to be on one person's back like a booze cruise.
Unfortunately, you guys are not big enough to do that quite yet. You're only really the size of horses.
We're not Booze Cruise large.
Yeah, you're not Booze Cruise large, and you have Lagok and everything. But Tongard, it is your turn.
All right. So first off, I'll heal my 5 points. Okay, I gotta ask a question to act off of character knowledge, not player knowledge.
Sure.
Jed, did you ever explain the full nature of this book to us?
Yes.
Okay. Then I have a plan.
I explained everything that I know. I've explained now to you folks about it. How I got it, what it was designed for, what the book is.
Okay.
You know, what it does for us.
Then I'm gonna grab the book.
All right. You grab the book. An overwhelming necrotic energy overtakes you as you touch it.
All right.
Kind of running up your hands. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw. You're probably very good at those, but even so, I did not roll.
I mean, it is me.
True.
All right, that's not so bad. It's not so bad. 22.
With a 22, you will only take half, so you take 14 points of necrotic damage as you grasp it and but you're sort of like resisting the fullest sort of death of this thing. You hear these horrible whispers on it. You feel like, serious evil energy coming off of this book now. Serious vindictive evil. And really you're just grabbing like a box of shadow effectively.
Okay. I would like to reach into the shadow and tear the feather off the book.
Ooh. That's very interesting. Is this still the thing, or has it changed it? Wow. That's very interesting, because yes, this is an item where you can do that.
That's correct.
That's smart.
I'm going to roll on the behalf of this thing to see how well it sort of did this. It has pretty high on this. Gonna make this is hard. It would be hard for it to take that feature away. It's got a plus 12. I'm gonna make this a DC 25.
Okay.
6 on the die. You manage to grasp the feather. You pull it out. The whole thing disappears in this like dark purple kind of flame.
Then
I need.
Oh, sure.
You saved against it. You'll be fine. Yeah, that's okay. I will say, Tongart, your hands, though you will have your monstrous regeneration, the necrotic damage that's now been done to your claws does not seem to be going away. There seems to be something still, like, it doesn't hurt, it's but like you still see it on there. It's not healing the way it sort of should.
That's a problem for another day. Okay, then with the remainder of my turn, I'm gonna take that feather and I'm gonna put it in the backpack on my back, and I'll cast.
And by the way, the feather is just radiating black necrotic energy.
It's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
That's probably fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it might affect the granola bars in there, but we'll see.
Yeah.
And I guess for the remainder of my turn, I'll cast Mass Healing Word again on. I'll try to fly this out of situate myself. I think that would put me.
At this point, you guys are probably able to do that. You also, how many creatures can this affect?
6.
You can get a couple of the crispy barbarians as well.
Well, it would be myself, my compatriot. So one.
The crispiest barbarian. Gotcha.
The,
Okay.
the one that was closest to Lord Buku.
That one was uninjured.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's not bad. It's a 3 on the D4. So that's another 8 points of healing to everyone.
All right. So I'll take that.
Thank you.
6.
Oh,
All right.
Do I get that healing?
You do as well.
You have now moved in. Great, Tongart.
And that's my turn.
That's your turn. There we go.
So-
Okay, so there's some.
So the book was devoured in purple light, fire.
The
energy?
book, rather than burning up in a phoenixy fire, burned up in a dark sort of purple flame. The book burned up just like what happens when someone removes the phoenix. Actually, you've never seen that. The witches did that. So yeah, as far as you know, the book is destroyed, but the feather's still there, just radiating like black energy off of it.
Cool.
So.
Doesn't the book reform? I forget the
next
details
day,
of how that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Next
you,
day. Okay.
yeah, you.
With
that
the
was one
feather,
of the things
it'll
that you.
pop up there.
There
Yes.
we go.
Oh, sorry. Yes, you don't remember that. Okay, cool.
That's why I was asking if
XigXag.
you told us everything.
XigXag,
Yeah, I got-
you feel a few humanoids appearing in the area. Elan, your turn. You are just breathing fire.
I'm angry. Just to confirm, the book is no longer visible, correct?
The book is no longer visible. You saw Tongart pull a feather. The book burst out, and Tongart is still holding this feather that's like radiating darkness, and he put it in his backpack.
The feather?
The feather he put in his backpack, yeah.
Is it possible for me to change my breath weapon while I'm channeling it to my alternate one?
Change the orientation.
A little bit of what do they call that? Circular breathing you got going on there.
Yeah, I'll allow that in this instance. I think that in some case, actually, you know what? I don't think you can. I think that's too powerful because then you could just willy-nilly do back and forth. You have to spend your action exhaling. All you can do is continue exhaling your breath.
Okay, I'll stop exhaling then. I will say, could I see that feather just for a second? And then I'm gonna hold my dispelling breath until Tongart.
So
I'm gonna try to dispel
you have channeled.
on the...
Hold on, Elan. You've channeled breath. You can't use your breath again until you finish a long rest. At all.
Oh, no breath at all.
Yeah, you've used your breath weapon.
Perfect.
So your breath is gone now.
I'm just gonna then, in that case, I'm just gonna do loop-de-loop. I'm gonna do angry loop-de-loops in the air.
Are you gonna catch any dudes
Breathing
or they're
fire.
fine? Just angry blues.
No, I'm not gonna
fair,
catch.
yeah.
Just to kind of go fake backwards. I'm
There-
real.
Yeah.
This is just like not disruptive at all.
That's good, Alon. Yeah, flat out, bud, flat out.
This is not disruptive at all. This is Elan while being very disruptive.
Yeah.
She,
I'm gonna do a loop-de-loop.
when she sees him do that, she knows. Oh God, he's not in a good mood, you guys.
Glad he's handling this like an adult. Excellent.
Sometimes you just gotta work it out.
Great. Okay, Lagok. I'm gonna have Lagok make a sleight of hand check. Let's see if Lagok can do this. Natural 20. All right. So here's what Lagok does. Lagok just goes, all right, all right, fine. Lagok just pulls, is just, consummate adventurer. She just pulls out some rope. She ties rope around an arrow. She shoots one barbarian and ties that onto a scale. She shoots another barbarian and, like not to hit him. So you've got a couple dangling below you now, Shishu, as Lagok's like, all right, that, whatever. Lagok knows how to do stuff. Lord Buku, it is your turn.
Cool. I will ignore all the falling barbarians. I don't care.
Okay.
And head over to merciless, and I would like to take a look. Is it apparent that his arm is severely damaged?
If you kind of go over there and look at it, yes, you can see that some necrotic, like it's hard to tell on his obsidian sort of scales, but you could tell some area where there's some different kind of damage that's still smoking on it. Yeah.
And then I'll ask him. So it seems the creature dissolved itself. You pulled the feather from the book, did you? That's quick thinking there, Master Lasso.
Yeah, I thought so. Thanks.
Yes, that's quite wise. Is the feather still affected, however?
Uncertain. I didn't want to drop it, so I put it in my backpack. But you're free to take a look.
Yes, if that's all right, I'd like to.
Yeah, just sort of turn around. So you can unzip it.
I will unzip and take a look at the feather and try to do an Arcana check and get an appraisal of what's happening.
Okay.
If you want any snacks, you can grab some snacks out of there too.
Are you going to take the feather?
Can I examine it without taking it out?
Yeah.
Here's a better question. How apparent is it that this thing is, for all intents and purposes, poisonous to me?
It's just like.
Yeah. Can I not touch it and examine it?
Sure. You notice much of the inside of his bag is kind of just turning black and,
I don't think those snacks are going to be consumable. So.
Yeah, I kind of thought that might happen.
Go ahead, Buku. Make your. What? This is just a Arcana check.
If I can.
Yeah, let's do an Arcana check.
28.
Yeah, this all that energy, this thing. I mean, it kind of told you guys what it was doing. It's like if I can't give this back where it belongs, I'll make it so it will do you no good, basically.
I'm sorry. I think more specifically, I'm trying to figure out: is this the shadow? Is this shadow that is covering the feather, or is it something else?
It is.
If it's shadow, is it something that might interest the Raven, the Night Queen?
Now that part, you clever little lord. Yes, that part. You may be in a good situation here.
Okay, excellent.
You're getting ahead of we're going down the path I did not ever think would be gone down. I was like, if that craziness happens, I cannot believe it had 3 hit points left. I was like, the only way it will do that is if it is holding it, which I was like, will it ever even wind up with it? I don't know how they'll do. Or if it's holding it and it has under 20 hit points. And it had all those things on its back, and you're there carving. It was, oh my god. Yes, there's a suspicion of but maybe this is an opportunity. Shishu, your turn.
That's what I say. Well, this looks like an opportunity.
Now,
I just close it back up.
I'm still doing fire pirouettes in the air.
Yeah.
So angry.
Just ignore him, you guys.
That's what you're supposed to do with children, right? Ignore them.
Well, at least until they tire themselves out.
Oh my god. Oh dear.
He knows I'm allergic to the fire. When he does the fire, he knows I'm allergic to it.
Okay, so actually,
but don't you also breathe fire?
Hold
that
on.
Seems like a real.
I can breathe it, but I can't.
Wait a second.
You know what I mean?
Something else.
I got it.
Something else does happen right now. I'm so
God.
XigXag.
Oh no.
You caught 1 of 10 barbarians. Shishu caught 2, and then 3, 4 were caught by arrows.
Gok.
From the Gok.
Yeah.
So Shishu, you have 3 of them on you, so there's 4. So that means 6 of them now fall 500 feet. And I'm gonna say, to make this as sporting as possible, you guys do have all the injured ones. So the ones who fall and are about to take 20d6 damage all do have their full 67 health. So 20d6. I literally have... Oh no, I added to it. Shoot. Okay, it's fine.
They're not gonna survive that.
Well, do they take half damage when? Or do they get the rage feature?
They're not raging. They're not that kind. They're not full barbarians. No. 3, 6.
Why
9,
did
12,
I only catch 1?
15, 18. Do you want to try to have caught more?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Make an acrobatics check.
It's obviously very important that we have these guys for the next 57 minutes.
Oh, 59.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Nat 20 plus 3.
Then XigXag, as it happens, you did catch 2, so only 5 fall.
Thank you, XigXag.
All right. And
both my claws are full of.
Yeah, you've got claws full of barbarians. You're trying to put 1 on there. 20d6. So it's 20d6 versus 67 hit points.
These are not edible barbarians, correct?
No, they're very edible. Oh no, they're not. They're spirits. You're absolutely right.
Because I'm getting peckish.
It'll be more like a wafer thin dinner kind of situation.
Lucky for them.
Like a communion wafer.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be close. That's 50, 60, 68.
Oh.
Well.
Well,
do they disappear upon impact? Or can we see them?
Wait.
We just
Only
created.
because if they fell where the book fell, I want to go down there and see if the book's down there.
The book has not fallen. The book has been burned up.
Yeah.
However, hold on.
Oh.
But it'll
I
reform.
misunderstood that.
It'll reform. It's fine.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. It's Phoenix.
Actually,
Well, in theory.
this is so much less fun. As they all go down, screaming all the way at their victory, on the way to Valhalla. About 20 feet from the ground. XigXag did feel humanoids show up. One of the shadow elves who's come to watch this on a nod from another, confused at the presence of these guys, will cast Featherfall, which does catch 5 of them.
I was hoping we're going to create this plane's version of that Siberian explosion.
Yeah, exactly.
There was just going to be these massive crater and disrupted landfall that no one would know what happened.
They'll do that. They will catch them. Okay. So so Shishu, you have your 3. XigXag has 2. The other 5 you see. That spell catches 5. So that's whatever. There you go.
Amazing.
Hey, one of the things that I hold, I'd like to try to lick it.
Okay, make a perception check.
27.
It tastes, you know what it's like? It's like when you smell something that has been like a scent that smells like food, and you smell it and you're like, oh, okay, so maybe this will taste like food, and it doesn't. It's like cherry chapstick. You're like, this doesn't taste like chaps. You know what I mean?
I was imagining like just unflavored cotton candy.
Yeah, that would be still sweet. Cotton candy, that's not sweet.
Like that's what I mean. It's just like it's that texture, but it has no flavor whatsoever.
And it's like
cotton candy that's really made out of cotton.
Yeah, you're just licking cotton swabs.
All right, XigXag, anything else with your turn?
Well, I would like to kind of land and put these things down.
So you'll begin making your descent. You guys are a few hundred feet up, but yeah, you'll make.
And I try to figure out who are those human beings or biped people.
You can see now. I mean, you can see pretty clearly. It is shadow elves have emerged from shadow in that area. So having been watching some of this, and they just did this. Tongart, your turn. Can you please make a wisdom saving throw?
I cannot wait for the day that XigXag can track people across planes, and she just ends up in Valhalla.
Yeah.
I
licked you once.
We don't get to spend our point.
You read that bit in the guide about the dragons.
Attacks and checks, right?
Taste is the strongest.
Okay.
Apparently, attacks and checks. What you at?
That's an 11.
Cool.
But I do gain 5 hit points at the start of it.
You do gain 5 hit points. I actually rolled incredibly bad on this one. So you do take 15.
Okay.
I literally rolled almost twice that last time. But you take 15 points of damage, and in addition to that, you feel this like punishing pain sort of behind your temples.
Hey y'all, I think I'm gonna go ahead and try to land. I'm sort of starting to feel a little woozy in my head. Probably has to do with the sort of shadow feather I put in my backpack here. So I'm gonna just go ahead and land. Also make sure I don't drop it.
Perhaps we should hurry back to the palace then, so we can perchance get someone to look after you.
That's not a bad idea.
Okay.
I don't remember the way.
Can we separate him from the backpack? Like somebody just holds the backpack like this.
I don't think that's a good idea. I think I should probably hang on to it. I don't think anyone can hold this without it not affecting them.
Yeah, you definitely get the sense that it being in your possession, this thing is deeply cursed with dark shadow magic. Honestly, Tongart, I'd like you to make at disadvantage. I'd like you to make an investigation check.
Okay.
That you could actually use your inspired spirits to have be a normal roll if you wanted.
No, I'll hang on to that. Okay. I think.
Okay.
It's an 11.
I'll say with an 11, this thing is making you feel so bad. You can feel it. You're like you cannot. It's gonna do this to you every 6 seconds. Like it's dealing. Yeah.
You need to take that thing off.
If you don't drop the backpack, you're gonna take another. Like it'll take you more than it'll take you another round to even land safely.
Yeah, I think I'll be all right though.
Okay, cool. So in that case,
I got stuff to do though.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Yeah.
On my turn.
Yeah. If we're still sort of in initiative.
So I'm gonna go ahead and cast resistance on myself.
Okay.
And then also, I think I got one more of these. Hang on. Yeah, I do. I can go ahead and throw another mass healing word out to everyone.
Okay. XigXag, I think, is out of range at this point, but everybody else can
it's another 9 points for everyone but XigXag.
Master Lasso, I don't think you need to take care of us anymore. Perhaps you should look after yourself.
Oh, it's all right. I'm getting some of this as well.
All right.
Just sharing, nip of the bottle before I pour it around,
Sure.
And then I'm gonna just start heading. Can I see the shadow elves down on the ground that have shown up?
Yeah.
We always refer to that as like a nip of the nose before we pass the biped around. Is how we like to.
He could dash.
That's the thing about regions.
You guys are like 300-400 feet in the air. It's even with dashing, it takes you a couple turns to get down safely.
If I see those, I'm gonna start heading down.
Why don't you just drop that backpack? Seriously.
So basically, is anyone doing anything else? Tonga, I'm just if we're out of initiative, I'm just gonna roll again. Otherwise, we can stay in initiative if you guys have more specific actions you want to take. Okay, cool. So Tongart, I'm gonna say that as you go down, you're gonna take one more damage in the it's going up. So make another wisdom save.
Sure.
This one's gonna be fucking bad.
That's caught. It's not great. 18.
You fail. You take 41.
Okay.
Points there of the necrotic.
But he has resistance now that half of it.
No, I failed.
No, he cast the resistance spell to give himself a D4 on the roll.
Yeah, resistance is the cantrip that lets me add D4s to saving throws.
But yeah, so you're definitely you're really feeling that, So give yourself, although you also would have regened 5 hit points.
Yeah, I went back up to 92.
And you can now
41.
You can now feel like on your back, you feel just like scales cracking, like the gems that you feel this necrotic kind of spread. You also it looks like in your hands, not mechanical, just the flavor of it. Like the fire is a little dimmer in there, and you swear at times it almost looks kind of like purple and eldritch. The fire inside of you, it just feels deathly.
All right, then can I do a couple things on the way down?
Sure. I mean, are you? I guess. I'll say you wouldn't have to dash both turns. If you dash last turn, sure, you can do an action this turn.
Well, no, I did my action that last turn.
Wasn't it mass healing word? Isn't that a bonus action?
Bonus action, but then I cast resistance on myself, which is an action.
Okay, so so you're still up. So go ahead and do what you want to this turn.
Okay, hang on. I haven't used this feature yet. So let me read it real quick.
Of course.
Sorry. Okay. I am going to upcast a Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
At level 2. And in doing so, I will expend some points so that I can cast resistance as a bonus action on myself.
Sure. Okay.
So first off, it's not great, but it'll do 10 points of healing for me.
Okay.
And resistance, and then I'll fly down another 80 feet.
All right, so still in the air. His next turn, he's flying slow because he's trying to do various things. All right, so we go up one more D10. Okay, make another wisdom save. And there's also you can kind of hear just kind of like a dull sort of mocking voice in your head.
That is 13, so that's 14, 22.
With a 22,
Can I help him go faster by doing the hurricane breath on him?
I think at this point you already landed. By the time you got down, he's not far from the thing. Okay, so you did resist this. So this time it is half would be 23 points of
23
damage.
Okay.
Tungart, make a perception check.
21.
Despite my rolls not reflecting this, you do think that it's been more dice every round.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
God.
interesting.
Yeah. The amount of damage as you've held it is increasing the whole time.
So I got one more round, right? Before I get land.
If you dash, you'll be at the ground.
Okay. Okay. So hang on. I'm gonna regain 5 hit points. That's just gonna happen.
Okay. I mean, he could just drop it, as everyone said. This is just a Pierce thing.
Just drop it. Please just drop it.
This is just
please
a Pierce,
please don't die from necrotic
like,
damage
no.
curse thing.
No,
which
no.
may-
He's like, I have to do this for the party, and the party's like, just drop it.
And so if I can dash down to the ground and then throw the backpack like at the feet of the elves.
Yeah, I'll say that's doable.
That's our stuff.
Make
Don't
a,
just give
I
it to
guess, yeah, make a,
And I mean, we'll talk about it.
make a sleight of hand check, I guess, just to like, as you kind of try to get it off you or whatever kind of way.
You know what? I'll use my point to have advantage on this.
Yeah, I think that's a fun. I'm into it.
Because it's a straight roll. So that's a 1 and a 4. So we're gonna go with 4.
It's a straight roll. So basically,
Yeah, I have a 10 dexterity.
So basically, you try to pull your backpack off, but like some of the necrotic has already like rotted it, so it's caught under one of your scales, and you try to pull it off, and it gets like stuck like in your armpit, and like the backpack is just gone, and just like the feather is just like against you as you kind of collapse to the ground, and you've tried to throw it, and instead like just strips of stuff. So now you're just like you're just on top of the feather as it's like.
No, I'm down there or on ground again. Can I help anyway?
Sure. Yeah, we'll say. Well, I'll give other people opportunities. You guys all would have landed by now, except for Elon, who's still flying circles. So Elon, you're breathing fire. Lagok is like, Lagok is trying to like, corral these barbarians. Lord Buku, it is your turn. Elon is it's just figure eights of flame in the shadowy sky.
Wait, hang on. So I still had my bonus action, right?
No, I kind of was having your bonus action be you were trying to throw your thing.
Be that? Okay. I wasn't sure if that was a interact with object or.
Yeah, okay. That was an interact with object, sure.
Then I'm gonna use a level 2 healing word on myself.
Okay. So basically, yes, Lord Buku, you see that he tried to throw this and instead like got trapped by his backpack. He's really like that kid at school, and now
my hands are sort of melting, so it's getting kind of hard.
He's prone on the ground. There's like shadow like melting off his back, off his hands, and now like his arm, like the underarm of kind of where his arm is there, and you just see it. He's kind of like prone, like and then he's just like, anyway, heal myself. What would you like to do, Lord Buku?
Can I see the feather, or is he like literally
feather,
on top?
Yes.
Can I take my cane and pull? Yeah, can I take my cane and pull the feather away?
Sure. Make a sleight of hand roll.
$24.
With a 24, you don't even hit the feather with your cane. You like dig into like the gray dead earth below it and kind of just flip it about 2 feet away from him, so that it's just kind of there on the ground, just this dark. It's interesting. It looks like kind of an ornate phoenix feather, but rather than burning, it's now just kind of this.
Perfect. Then I will stand over the feather, and I'll put the standard into the ground, and having my cane on the other hand, and I'll just stand there over it, looking at the Shatter Kai, and then ask Master Lusso, "Are you all right? You certainly don't look like it."
You're standing over it like possessively, Lord Buku?
Yes.
Cool. Can you make a wisdom save?
6. Cool. That's a 15.
All right, so you take 21 points of necrotic damage. As you feel like, as you sort of feel like you got it away, and then you're like, cool. Now and there's this like dark. Basically, you have disadvantage on all ability checks right now.
As soon as that happens, I walk away
You're
from
like,
it. I'm like, whoa, that thing is.
Yeah, it's a bit of a sting.
You Gandalf snap the finger away. Basically, you do the. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep. Nope.
Cool. Wonderful. As you sort of move
how
away.
far do I have to stand away to get away from its effects?
As soon as, why don't you make an insight roll for me? Insight check. I say roll because I've been running Call of Cthulhu now, and they're not checks in that. Oh my god.
17.
It doesn't even feel like a distance thing. It feels like almost like
An intention thing?
Yeah.
That's gonna be a problem for me then.
Yeah.
All right.
Like,
cool.
As long as you consider this yours, you are taking this damage, this punishment for having something you ought not have.
You realize what that does to Buku, right?
Yeah. It's almost like I planned this, as a very remote possibility. So thanks so much. If you rolled 3 damage higher on all those dice, this guy would be dead. If one Werther's barbarians had hit, they'd be dead.
Are we still in initiative or still acting initiative?
I will say that if no one is actively holding on to the thing, we can be out of initiative.
Okay. Buku, I think we gotta sort of hand this thing off kind of quick to maybe the things that operate within the shadows. But in the meantime, maybe this will help. And I'm gonna cast Bless on Buku, myself, and XigXag, who's there.
Yeah, XigXag's there, Shishu's there. Elon, after a minute, your breath is expended in the sky.
Oh, I'm so angry. Why didn't we kill him?
Oh, and
Oh, God.
I guess, I've never had this, so I'm like, how is my regeneration gonna work when we're out of combat? Is it just gonna keep picking up?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you will regenerate. That has not prevented you from regenerating.
Okay.
I am going to say that you still have these weird cracks on you. Knowing how your regeneration works, they'll be gone after a long rest.
Right.
But you definitely...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got some mummy hands going on.
Elon
Not
is...
the kind that like wraps around you lovingly, like the desiccated undead. Just so we're sort of clear.
Elon, are you landing after your breath?
I am landing after my breath.
Understood.
Yes.
So, kind of, you're over there. Out of the shadows, Chanterelle has sort of arrived and said, you're all alive. That's very good. Yes, you sort of left the area where we could have sort of been of more assistance. But it seems you brought some friends, and she sort of speaks in Elvish for a few moments. Elon, you understand it. Just some mage says, I wasn't sure if I should catch the falling strong men, so I caught them. Was that right?
Ew.
She's like, that's fine, that's okay. Yes, if they were allies with...
Thank you. We appreciate it very much. They're more like the help.
He sort of turns to her confused, and she translates into Elvish what you said in Draconic. She's like, they're saying thank you. They're saying yes. So, that was rather impressive how you all did that. I believe that the Soulmonger, wave to the Soulmonger, everyone. She sort of turns and waves, and you see about like 300 feet away on a little hill, the Soulmonger standing, just kind of going. Yes, he seemed very interested in how this happened. Very curious. Can you tell me what you observed of the destruction of that shadow shard?
Yep, sure. We can do that. Can we... I think this thing's kind of cursed now and hurting us very actively. We should probably deal with that.
Understood.
I think I'm probably going to go unconscious here in a little bit.
Are you remaining over it, Buku?
What can I do? All I care about is stuff. Yes, I'm staying
Understood.
near this thing.
Yeah, so Buku, make another throw. Ooh, boy, that
You
was
are
a big
blessed.
Natural
roll.
1. It's a 9.
Do you
With the
okay? Yeah,
bless.
even with the bless. Okay, so this time it's another 22.
Cool.
And she says, "Oh, interesting. Well,
Yep.
I don't know.
Yep.
that You. Oh, I see. You're worried about. Oh, I see. You. Soulmonger. They.
Can you like just knock me out or something? Put me to sleep?
I'm not sure if that would prevent this. If you. Where is the book? This is just a feather, it seems.
Yep, that's the book.
Make another wisdom save, and we go up by 1d10.
It's part of it. 23.
23 is good. I also rolled pretty bad on this, so that is only another 11 points.
Cool.
But you do have this just like pounding headache, and you kind of hear these, like dark dissonant whispers. And she's sort of saying, "Oh, yes, we'd better help you. You, Soulmonger, perhaps even with the effects you do to them, it might be good for you to come." And sure enough, the Soulmonger appears out of shadow. All of you feel your speeds halved in his presence. You feel yourself getting sluggish, and Lord Buku, it's probably hard for you to even be standing up at this point. He sort of goes, "Oh no, how unfortunate. Are you suffering?"
Yes,
We
I am.
don't want that to happen. Oh,
Thank you.
dear. Well,
You all wanted to examine the shadows more closely.
this
I
is
think
all
this
that
is-
remains of your cursed object. The shadow entered this object. Is that what you're telling me?
I believe so, yes.
Oh.
Yes.
How fascinating.
Yeah, it's great. So you can examine it to your heart's content and hopefully remove this.
Yeah. Why don't we give it to you on loan?
Oh, great idea. Great idea.
You wish to put it in my possession.
For the time being, yeah.
Temporary transfer ownership
I understand.
with an agreement for fair exchange in the future.
Yeah, perhaps you want to sort of barter with us for it.
Yeah,
If it's of interest to you.
If you
He
feel
waits
it's valuable.
just until he knows Buku would have to make another save. He says, "Very well," and he picks it up.
25.
What?
It hurts. Do we have an agreement?
Well, you said it is a simple loan. We'll have to spend some time analyzing it. What precisely? I thought this was a book, a tome. Why is
It
it
is.
nothing but a feather now?
Will
This
be
is
a
such a
book
cool
again
tome.
tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll rebirth itself into a tome.
That's why it's so cool.
A tome of the
It's
Phoenix.
that good.
Right, it's unclear. I sort of was taking a gamble that sort of property would stay intact.
No, I can see within the shadow remnants of a phoenix feather, certainly. Very interesting indeed. This is potent magic on this item. The important thing is, of course, that you are all right.
Well, my mitts are a little worse for the wear, but I think they'll be okay with a good night rest.
He kind of gets closer, and when he's up against you, you feel your speed just like fully cratering. But
Yeah,
he kind
I
of
remember that feeling.
Oh, forgive me.
No, it's all right. I sort of invited you over here.
I hope that those will be better soon. Lord Buku, you are no longer taking the damage. He has accepted it.
Oh.
He wasn't trying to be a dick. He just kind of innately is, kind of letting you do it. But he's sort of holding it. Curious. Well, thank you for the opportunity to study this thing.
We look forward to a fair exchange of goods in exchange. I'm sorry. We look forward to a fair exchange of goods
Well,
in exchange.
that was never agreed to, but we'll see what
Yeah.
we can do.
Again, if it interests you, maybe we can work out some sort of barter. If you find it interesting for you and the Umbral Queen.
Certainly, I don't think this is something that can do Many creatures good who are not one with the shadow. This is very old, very powerful magic. I will put some distance between us. I'm sure Chanterelle will see to your needs. You say that this book will reform tomorrow.
If it still has that property, it should, yeah.
Then, I'm sure we will need to wait at least that long for further discussion.
Reasonable. Reasonable.
Yeah.
Impressive.
We are kind of tired anyway. And a bit peckish.
He kind of turns to you, Shishu, and sort of says, "You blew your horn. Very clever."
Thank you.
Very clever indeed. Forgive me, I should not linger among you so long. I don't want to weigh you down further. He steps into a shadow and is gone. Chanterelle kind of leaves her sort of half kneeling pose or whatever. So, all right. Well, it appears that the soulmonger is in possession of that item, and we should show you hospitality. Oh, and we have arranged. We have collected a hungry for you.
Ooh,
Oh,
wonderful.
Excellent.
So,
That is most generous.
Very kind of you.
I'm sure that the Umbral Queen has questions he wishes us to answer, but given the intensity of your battle, let us... why don't we return to a place where you can rest? The palace does not have good accommodation for you, but there are some mountaintop areas not far from it, well defended. Yes.
Is the hungry in the Shadowfell, or is the hungry here for us to give to Archie?
So yes, you are here. You are in the Shadowfell right now, and the hungry. Sorry if. Oh yeah. By the way, this whole thing was in the Shadowfell. Many apologies, Shishu. Yeah. You guys went to the Shadowfell. You've been in the Shadowfell. Sorry. This was all. If you were picturing this over a beautiful thing, no, this was a shadow thing coming out of dark, weird clouds and such.
Got it. Okay.
Yes,
so
you are
the
among
hungry
the
will
shadow
be waiting
elves.
for us when we get to the.
Yes, they've collected it for you. You can have it when you depart, as they agreed, as another sign of their hospitality.
Well, let's go. I don't think there's anything to be worried about.
Wonderful. Then, yes, I can escort your new retinue. Are these permanent members of your group?
They'll be with us for the next 58 minutes.
Oh, wonderful. Well, let us try to give them a delightful 58 minutes then.
They're gonna like Valhalla so much more, but we can try.
Oh, well then, perhaps we should summon a feast of shadows for you all. This way, please. And actually, she kind of pauses and gestures to all of the humanoids,
The dudes and dudettes.
the dudes and the remaining 6 dudes and 4 dudettes. Well, 5 dudettes because Lagok's there. And so they'll kind of gesture them there. Although Lagok will kind of come with you and sort of Lagok can just ride with you guys, I suppose, or can go with them. She's sort of fine either way. Basically, all the berserkers are being like transported through shadow. Chanterelle says, "You are all a bit big for that, but the peaks where you can stay are not far. They're just there."
Before they go through the portal, I take like a little scroll picture with each and every one of them. Okay, your turn. They can take that back with them.
I walk up to each one of them and shake their hands and say, "Thank you for your help in that. Appreciate it."
They're just grasping your claw. Many of them, like, you see like flesh singeing as they hold your claws, and they're like, they're all Lord Buku. You are getting chest bumped by all of them for your stuff, and of course, with you in this condition, that's probably super fun. Inner ear issues, etc. But
Yep, it's great. Oh, it hurts. Wow. Putting up a smile though the whole time, just cringing behind it. Yep.
Lord Buku, we will sing your praises in Walhalla. Actually, they're probably not speaking draconic, so you don't even know what it is. To you guys, it's just Elon. You've understood what they're saying, but a lot of it is like the problem is a lot of these the barbarians, like a lot of them. Like,
it's crude. You wouldn't like it.
And just like clearly politically where they're coming from is like okay. different energy.
The great thing though is Buku's like if they understood each other, they'd be making perfect sense because Buku's like, I'm so happy you all were able to help us. We appreciate that. Remember that Lord Buku's here on your side. We've got your back. If you need anything, you know who to come to. Yeah. I hope to count on you again.
Buku. Buku.
There you got it, Buku. That's me.
That's what common sounds like.
Buku, you just made this so special for my followers / berserkers. Thank you.
These
that,
went the extra mile.
I try, Shushu. Do whatever I can for you.
These
You know that.
Are, oh dear, they got some real. Just as long as you guys don't talk about like politics or vaccinations or anything, it'll be fine. Anyway, yes, if you guys are going to fly up to this place, we can sort of allow you to take some rest. But if you'd like to have any discussions or conversations, they are presenting you with food. The berserkers will dig in for another kind of weird, feast. They're spirits, but they'll happily eat. XigXag, various meats are brought to you. Everything tastes sort of smoky here.
I gotta tell you guys, this regeneration is not to be underestimated. Like, by the time we're like halfway to those peaks, I'm back at full health.
Yeah, no, yeah, you're it's regeneration is a huge thing.
It's really gross though. You got a lot of Tonga, you got a lot of weird scars though.
Yeah, I like to think those more stories.
Yeah, you got some thick stories.
I guess that doesn't really come across. I feel like when people kind of look at them later, I can kind of tell them about this fight. It's like a good intro to that. But I also feel that a lot.
I love a good thick pussy story.
I mean, they're not pussy. It's all like sort of withering.
No, it's pretty. I mean, your scales are like cracked, and the flame within you is like purple and deathly on your back and your hands. It's you don't look good, guard.
Yeah. Look a little ashy.
Well, look. If you see someone with this going on, don't you want to go see what's going on over there and ask about it?
No.
That seems.
That seems like it would be very rude. I would not do that to someone if they were injured.
It all depends about your approach, Lagak.
No, I'm telling you, as someone who's fought in many wars, have met many injured people. Actually, hold on, and then
She sort of talks to all the barbarians in a common tongue. If they're down with Elon, you hear her saying, "How do you guys feel about people asking you about your scars?" And they're like, other barbarians, it's fine. Otherwise, not okay.
Yes, it can be rude, is all I'm saying. Just be cautious if this is something you do, Master Tanga.
Well, yeah, I sort of generally check in with people. It's not like I come up and go like, "Hey, what's with the one eye, buddy?"
That is true.
It feels like a very bad way to approach that situation.
I agree. I'm sorry about your backpack.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I just keep losing my possessions, man.
I'm sorry about your back.
Yes, I'm also sorry about your back, but I feel that the back will repair better than the backpack.
Yeah, I'm gonna need something else to carry around some snacks.
Right, well, please let me know if you need anything. I'm going to continue talking to these berserkers. They have very interesting stories.
Oh, yeah, by all means, gather your
They've
stories.
seen it all.
They have, no, some of them are from, some of them you see, in fact, most of them are from other material planes.
Oh.
I'm gathering
Ask them where they were January 6th. It's a hilarious story.
I feel like it's like there's an okay mood, and I just know that would ruin it. So I'm going to keep to like light conversation, only talk about old movies, classic rock.
When they go back, they're so excited to be here, because when they go back, they're getting dropped into a congressional hearing.
Oh my god.
That's why they're so excited to plummet it onto a dragon.
I think with that, you guys will just take a long rest.
I have the best.
That's it. That's today's session. My goodness, yeah, you guys can take a rest and heal up, and by the oh boy. Well, that made me very happy. Not the part where I got to take the book away through a weird curse. The part where the barbarians were all yeah.
Do we?
Yeah, that broke me.
Is that still technically part of our horde?
Right now, it's not part of your horde. And you guys feel, you guys got that itch right now of, oh, we're poor. Oh no, we need stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, your horde is currently way less. You are not. You don't. It takes a lot for you to actually
drop. Okay.
It takes a lot for you to go down. What it more is that like if they don't give you,
it's gonna take a lot to go back up.
It's like the next like like several 100,000 gold you acquire is just to break even. It's like it puts so much more before you even level again. So yeah, it's a bad situation. But the good news is you have given it to some people who I will phrase it like this: you don't think that the elves are going to like absolutely screw you, but whether or not the elves are going to give you, whether or not the elves even have something of this value to return to you is another question. Yeah. So it's an interesting scenario here. We'll see how it goes. I've already rolled some options. They're delightful. But thank you all so much for watching. Oh my god. Ask them where they were January. Jesus. Oh god, that's amazing. So if you enjoyed what you saw here tonight, definitely follow us. We play this game every week. Here be dragons. This is the kind of trouble the dragons get up to. I swear, this is the third combat in this entire dragon game, I think. 12 sessions, we've combat 3 times. These are dragons, and all they do is talk.
And the other 2 happened in the first session.
That's true.
No, you had a couple early on, and then it was nothing. Then you had one with Bill Bluster, and then it's been nothing since then. And the Bill Bluster wasn't even combat.
I wouldn't call that a combat. That was more like an ass kicking that we begged our way out of.
You said fine, we'll do whatever you say if you don't kill it. Yeah. So that's fun. On Mondays, we have a game called Wellness Beyond the Witchlight. That is probably in its final few sessions, I would imagine. Although at the speed they've been going, maybe not. And then on Fridays, we have Blood from a Stone, which has not been kidding around recently. We're playing Call of Cthulhu, and it's been a slow burn, but the sanity saves. I will tell you, Lauren, with her character Sarah Quill, rolled fumbles, like she rolled a fumble at the end of 1 week, and then she rolled a fumble at the beginning of next week, and she rolled a full-on 100. It was the best thing that's ever happened to me. So that's been just dark and horrible and terrible and super fun. And that's all of our fun games. We also, I think this week, are probably going to have another one of those long-lost noir test games on Wednesday. So check that out, too, if you like to see us play in black and white with a bunch of weird custom noir and pulp classes. As I'm trying to put those together and see how those work. So that's all our fun stuff. Go to our Discord. I have recaps of everything there. Go to our About page to read about these wonderful players surrounding me. Speaking of whom, would any of you like to plug anything? Take it away.
If you watch Twitch, you'll find me, Deadwood Jedi, on Twitch on Tuesdays and Thursdays, right around 1:00 p.m. Pacific. I stream Raid Shadow Legends, and I mostly just talk in weird accents and joke around and have fun with the chat. So it's good times. Definitely come back, hang out. And then when you're done watching me, you can go check out.
I will cook on Instagram every Tuesday at 2:30 p.m. Pacific. There I am. Everyone gave up carbs after the holidays, right?
Sure.
So we'll make low carb stuff together. Yes, we will. 2:30 Pacific on Instagram at Anna Bacino. And then after that, if you haven't had enough of us.
Because I stream on Tuesdays as well. But what you should do is right now, you, just go to twitch.tv/AndrewsTrying and just hit follow. That's what you should do right now. That's all you should do. Just go and do that. Just trust me. It's going to be great. It's one click. Type it in, Andrew is trying, and just hit follow. We're so close to making affiliate. We're so close. I'm shameless. So, we play story-based indie games on Tuesdays from 5 to 7. But just go right now. Andrew's
seriously,
trying.
why? If I swear to God, how many people are still in this chat right now? What are you all doing here? Unless you're already following him, I swear, you are not welcome in this chat. I'm ending this session right now.
That's
right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time, roar well. Roar! That you were all supposed to roar. That was my best sign off. I had my best sign on and my best sign off, and you guys ruined the sign off.
I really feel like that one was one you should have told us about beforehand.
Well, I just thought of it now. There we go. Good night.